Hello friends, welcome back. In this session and the next session which is going to follow this, we will have clear discussion about the linear and logistic regression. What are all the differences between the linear and logistic regression will be discussed. How to implement the linear regression with Keras, logistic regression with Keras will be discussed, because it is very easy for anybody to follow Keras and to implement or build the model. We have learned a little bit of linear regression and also we have implemented it earlier in my previous sessions, but using Keras is going to make the life a little more easier. So we are going to implement the linear regression first with Keras. Before that, we will have a quick recap of what linear regression is all about. It is a very simple term which is going to establish relationship between the dependent variable and independent variable. Simple, dependent variable is output, the independent variable is input. I am going to establish a relationship between the input and output, and that is all about the linear regression. I am going to draw a line, and that line is going to help us out in understanding the relationship. Now this line is the one that I have spoken about. This relationship is now the relationship between x and y now can be understood clearly, and this line is called as the linear regression. It derives the relationship between independent and dependent variable. Now the relationship can be positive. For example, I told you this earlier, the x-axis, the independent variable is nothing but the amount of hours worked. The y-axis is nothing but the wages. The wages, if is increasing based on the number of hours you work, then you can find a positive relationship. You can see that the number of hours is increasing here, so the wages has increased. This is called positive relationship. Similarly, there can be negative relationship also. The number of hours you have spent in watching TV, your CGPA has dropped down. Now this is a negative relationship. So it can be positive or negative. Now our aim is at drawing a straight line. And remember, it need not be a straight line. That's what we are going to talk about in a session that we are going to handle a little later. And our aim here at least is to draw a straight line, and we can draw this using least square methods. And I have also taught this clearly mathematically using all expressions and stuff in my previous session. Now understand what is our target. Our target is to draw this line. And why do we need to have this line? This line will help us in understanding the difference between the estimated value and actual value, so that we can minimize errors. That's it. Now the errors are to be minimized. You can see that the errors are to be minimized, and the estimated value should be as closer as the actual value is the target. Now we need to go with some math which I have already explained. Y equal to mx plus c is the fundamental school math that we have learned, and I'm going to use the same thing here. Y equal to b0 plus b1 star x. Y is the estimated pay as per our example of the wages versus number of hours worked, and x is nothing but the number of hours worked. B0 is nothing but the y-intercept. You can see that B0 is nothing but the y-intercept, and B1 is nothing but the slope. This we have explained, so enough of time already spent on this. Now we will go with the model building for linear regression. What do we get in linear regression? Very simple. We are going to establish the relationship between the dependent and independent variable, which means the input versus output. We need a data set. What is the data set that we are going to take? We are going to take the body weight versus brain weight data set. You can see that I've got around 60 plus entries, but I have highlighted 44 entries here for you. The brain weight versus body weight is clearly given here, and we are going to plot the linear regression model with Keras for this. That's it. Now how do we go about it? It's all simple. We need to first import all the necessary modules. So from keras.models, sequential, whatever we are going to build is a sequential neural network. Keras.layers, I need to import dense. I'm going to use dense, and I'll tell you the purpose of it. Keras.optimizers, I'm going with Adam and SGD, and we are going to use that optimizers while compilation. I have got NumPy, I have got Pandas, Matplotlib, all these are necessary, and I have imported them. Now what do? We need the data set to be read properly. For that, I need to use pd.read_csv. So the file is available in the path deep_dataset brainbody.csv. Now the data can be read. So what is the next step here? I am going to just display the data set by the line that I have used here. You can see that this is the line that I have used. This is the code that I have used, which will convert the data set into a readable format, and is available here. And you can see that I've got 62 rows and 3 columns, which has got index, brain weight, body weight. Now what is it all about? We have just read it clearly and nothing else. I'm going to show you this as a quick video here so that you can clearly understand how exactly it works. You can see that I have imported the modules. That's the first step. Now I'm reading the data and I'm displaying the data. When I run it, you can see that I will get this content here in the right hand side. It's just to show you that we have read the data correctly. Now, what is the next step? I need to get the X and the Y value from the data set, and this is a traditional behavior, traditional coding that we have done all the way. So X is brain weight, Y is body weight. That's it. So now we have got X and Y. Now what is the next step? We need to build the model. We are going to build the model with sequential. We have a sequential neural network. I need dense. What is dense? This dense is going to convert all the different dimensional content into one dimension for it to be processed easy. That's it. I am going to get it into a format which is easily handleable. Now I am displaying it as a summary. Now what is the next step? I have built the model, but keeping the model in hand is not sufficient. I need to compile it. So for compilation, I use model.compile, and we have already told that I'm importing. You can see that I have already imported optimizers like Adam and SGD. So I have used that optimizers here clearly, and mean squared error is also specified. Now I need to have the fitting done with the number of epochs being specified. What is one epoch? One epoch is nothing but a complete circle, complete cycle from left to right, right to left. I mean from entry to exit and exit to entry, forward and backward in the data set. I'll go once completely from the start to the end and end to the start. That one time is called one epoch. So we have kept 50 epochs here, and now we are going to predict using the model. But that is not sufficient. A plot is what we are looking for, and I'm going to use scatter plot with x-axis as brain weight. We have already determined that. Y-axis as body weight, and I have given a clear title for it. Now we have plotted it. Now you can see that with the data whatever we have given, the prediction has come out and the plot is very clearly given, and this is how the linear regression can be plotted. It's a very simple thing, and you can see a quick run here so that you can understand how exactly it works. This is all about the import, and here I have read it, and I have made the X and Y clearly assigned there, and I use sequential dense followed by I need to compile the model that I have developed. I specified the epochs also. The epochs can be specified based on the trial and error method. So 50 here is a trial and error method which I saw accuracy was decent, so I stopped it there as 50. Now I am plotting it. The moment I run it, this will keep running for about half a minute. It was very fast because the data set is small, and now you can see that it's all plotted and I've got the output predicted very clearly. So very simple exercise. Now we have got one more example, right? This time we used a data set where it was a .csv file. But what if we give as an array? I wanted to show you that as well so that your understanding will be 100% complete. Now what do? First step, we import, and I have got X and Y. Okay, X and Y. Now but this time it is an array. I have given the data, and this data points are nothing but are fed in as an array, and now you see that I use the same dense. I have used activation as linear. I specify linear, and now what happens? I am building the model, and SGD is what I have used here, and it is one of the optimizers available, and I have already imported it. I told you. Now we need to compile it, and once it is done, we can fit it. We are going to plot, and that's it. The work is over. I have plotted it, and you can see that the output is pretty stable and it is nicely coming. Now we are going to show this also as an output real time so that you can understand how it works. I have already imported all what I needed from Keras. This is the beauty of Keras. You need not do much of the coding, and you can use all the available modules, and it is easy for you to import as well. Now I specify the input shape. I used dense, and the activation is linear, and I compiled it after I specified the SGD there as optimizer, and then I fit it. I went for the running, and I got the model built. That's it. We have plotted it, and it's very simple. So in this session, what we learned is how to build a linear regression model using Keras. Keras is simple and easy to use. I will give you my Git link where all these codes are available so that you can go through it as well. Hope you like the session. If you have any input suggestions, please go ahead and type it in the comment section. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much for the support you guys are giving me consistently.